Hello everybody, you are joining us. Oh, yes, around the wrong transition again. Anyways, you're joining us. We're around the end of Group 1 of qualifying, which is eSpirit, Brandstar and Fleet. Some drivers were on their last laps. Some other drivers lost it at the chicane, so that's not really going very well. I believe that this is Faint on their alt account, because their main account got banned or something by Roblox. Not really sure on the details, but they are going to be using a different account for today's race. Anyways, their lap wasn't scuppered by the chicane. They're now going to come across the line. Oh, but they've lost some traction in the last corner there. Coming across, their teammate is catching up. However, are they going to be able to do any better in our new group qualifying format? No, they can't. Neither of them. Well, Faint can improve slightly, but they can't improve on their positions. Joining you for the remainder of qualifying Super Pole and the race today is Meaty Podolphin and Blade Challenger. Hello.
Hello everyone, welcome to Formula E in Auckland. Should be quite exciting to see today. What people can do with the group qualifying, actually, the new format we shall be doing, I think.
It's very exciting to see the new format here. Group qualifying does return, but instead of it being based off of the drivers' position in the Drivers' Championship, it's based off the Constructors' Championship, which is a wonderful and fantastic idea that I came up with and I got no credit for, so I'm just going to put this out now. It's my idea and it's brilliant.
I think McLaren Formula E, Vitesse and 97 are coming up just after this, but we've just had eSpirit, Brandstar and Fleet. So we should be having a Vitesse soon. Yep, they're coming up to the front of the pit lane as the 97s and the McLarens. So this is a quite interesting one. We got two orange teams and one very bright blue team. Lovely.
Yeah.
So, if you didn't just watch the, just gonna put a little bit of advertising. If you didn't watch the I8 just now, be sure to go check that out. We just streamed it just a little bit earlier. So yeah, pretty
very intense end to the race, something that I'm hoping will be replicated into Formula E, as we see James Rigby and the Vitesse now making their way to the front of the pack that are going to be leaving the pit lane any time soon.
Should be. All I want is the have old drivers off my screen. Get out. So after McLaren Vitesse 97, we have KR, KR Racing, Tesla, and Swisscom coming up just after this. Should be a pretty interesting qualifying session.
Yep, and then in Group 4 we're going to have Aston Martin, X21 and the brand new Mercedes EQ team. They've taken over Audi e-tron General Electric Motorsports after the team was, I'm not sure whether it was sold or gifted or however that deal went through, but that team is now Mercedes and it is under new management. So hopefully some better results can come for the team in P11 in the Constructors' Championship.
The last group hasn't got any points so far this season, although this is only the fourth round, so I guess I'll give them a bit of slack.
Yeah, plenty of time in order to gain some points, gain some positions, and do some fighting in the championship.
Should be plenty of excitement so far. I think, yeah, there is two McLarens. They just merged right into each other. I got really confused for a second.
Yeah, they're inside of each other.
Right inside, perfectly aligned actually. To be honest, on their mind, not anymore. But it should be pretty exciting. There's only 197 here today. I wonder if their teammate is yet to come out or whether they're not here.
That would be a dollar skiller. I'm not sure whether they're in the game or not. Can't exactly see.
I'll go check. No, they're not. No, wait. No, they're not in the game.
Okay.
Well, Starfish are you undergoing? Okay, so we may have a little.
They're probably
bit of,
trying to find someone to host the session.
So whilst we wait, I shall run you through the Drivers' Championship so far. So, Gene in the Brand Star lines up in first place of the championship with 56 points for the Brand Star team, followed by Dwelling Jacob in P2 for the eSpirit team, just 1 point behind Gene, so anything can happen this weekend. Lanor in the Fleet lines up in P3, 10 points behind the leaders, but still within reach. So basically, the top 3 teams are lined out in drivers as well, I guess. Kind of. Then it's Faint in the Brown Star, lining up in P4. It says P5. It's P4. With 34 points. So around about 11 points behind Lanor. Then it's F1 Doggo with around about 9 points behind Faint, who's in the eSpirit. Then it's James Rigby who lines up in P6 for the Vitesse team with 23 points, who's also followed by Lanor's teammate in the other fleet in Epic Dusk with 16 points. Fanta Roll in the McLaren team lines up in P8 with 15 points. Aztech in the other Vitesse lands up in P9 in P12 points, and I think we're starting now. Yes,
Group 2 is underway.
I wonder. I can't see all the drivers just yet, but we shall see them soon, I guess.
Yeah, the tower has been reset. The new drivers have had their names waxed on. And the times will be combined at some point, probably at the end before we go into Super Pole. So the top 6 drivers from group qualifying, so that is all 12 teams, starting with the top 3, then 4th to 6th, then 7th to 9th, and finally 10th to 12th. Once all the teams have gone through, the top 6 qualifiers will go through to an extra session called Super Pole, where they'll battle it out for P1. So if you get pole position in group qualifying, you may not actually end up starting from the front of the grid due to the fact that someone else could take your time in Super Pole. So you've got to be very careful about that. You've got to dominate every session, because if you don't, there's a good chance that you'll lose what you thought was a very good time.
You've got to stick around for the whole qualifying, I guess. Pay attention, everyone. Very exciting, because we've got a lot of very good drivers in the Formula E season. There's a lot of people. If we did do it like the normal format, a lot of people wouldn't be in this session, and they'd be in group. Well, one person would be in group 1, and I think that is who is that? That is James Rigby, who would be in group 1. But we're not doing that. We're doing constructors, and it's probably actually a lot simpler, to be honest. It'd make things a lot more interesting. So
you can see the remaining drivers just populated the board there.
Okay, we should be starting soon. They're all being a bunch of idiots and just trying to get slipstream. Come on, give us some racing.
Give us some core. I don't know what I'm saying. Give us some good qualifying. I tried to combine good and qualifying there. It didn't really work very well. ASDH1 is the first person to lead into the first corner. Gets very nice rotation through there. Full throttle for everybody, although they may lose out to the slipstream there. Feeding through the chicane. Gets that done. Smooth as butter. Now going through to turn 4. A very, very long left-hander. They all have attack mode activated. Why wouldn't they? It's qualifying. You want the most power possible. Now coming through. It's turn 5. Right-hander. Full throttle. There we go. Looking good from everybody. The McLaren's doing well. Nobody losing time just yet. There may be some very equal times here, because it says everyone has a purple sector 1 apart from James Rigby.
Yeah, W Super did make a slight mistake coming in through sector 1, but I think the smartest person.
ASDH1 hits the wall and FOXish goes round in the 97 Cognizant. So that lap is ruined for that car. They're gonna have to go round and do it again. And they've spun again!
Oh, they've just spun again. Lovely. Just the way you want to do it on the stream. Lovely.
And spun again!
Oh.
They're really not doing very well here, trying to get back on track.
It's 3. Okay, that's it. Lovely. Move on. We'll move on. As the McLaren seem to be doing pretty well. As Aztech makes a mistake out the corner, starts spinning. So it looks like the McLarens might be getting fastest lap.
Looks good. Although ASDH1 was doing well in Sector 1 and Sector 2, got 2 purples. Just depends what they'll be able to do in Sector 3. Did bang the wall a little bit, so you've got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Although they are quite far back, I don't think this will be a very fast time in particular. Yep, and they've spun again.
So in Group 1, the fastest lap was set by Dwayne Jacob with a 1:38.1. And they're around about 1 second behind that. So it just goes to show that, there's a lot of pace to be had in this session. As I think Foxish, with that a special 3 spins, had a fantastic lap there over 2 minutes, eh? As you get to see a replay just now, actually, of the 97 of Foxish spinning. Lovely to see. Hard work has been put into those graphics. As Mr. Mixchos makes a bit of a mistake on it, but nothing really happening at the moment. It's all about getting that time. But James Rigby does get an improved Sector 1. Nobody else improved just yet. But I reckon Aztech and Fox, I say Fox, should improve very soon. Since they spun on their first lap. As W Super gets an improved Sector 1, James Rigby gets an improved Sector 2. Maybe it's some sort of slipstream. As they make a Ooh! They make a bit of a spin there, but he catch it very nicely, actually.
Yeah, so the McLarens are going to have enough time to do one more lap here, which looks like they will be doing. Mr. Moksho Globe, I don't know. Why do people put X's in places where X's shouldn't be? Anyways, they've got set 3 yellow sectors, with Soup not improving in the first sector. So they're hoping for a bit of a better lap, hopefully. And ASDH1 is now shifted to the bottom of Group 2, P5 with 157.345. Is that going to change? It's improved by 5 seconds, but not enough, as Mr. Mocho Globe sets a purple Sector 1 in the McLaren. Hopefully this is going to be a good time to boost their way up to infiltrate the times already seen in Group 1, and they're sliding! That's messed their lap up quite considerably. That's going to... Well, they've still got pole position, they've still got a fast lap just for now, but it did seem like Mr. Foxish did actually do very well to get back up there. Just slot it between the 2 McLarens. The second fastest lap. The Vitesse not doing too well. They did a fantastic job in Zurich, but they don't seem to be doing very well at the moment. As someone's hopping on a car, I don't like that. Stop it. As W Super gets a faster Sector 2. I wonder what they're going to do. Coming down this very long straight. Oh, no, not very long, sorry. Very short straight. Got them mixed up. To go through the final corner now. They're going to come in for their final lap. What's W Super going to get? Are they going to get the fastest lap? We'll find out in just a second. No, they don't. Improve. It's P3 in the group. Green Sector 3, purple Sector 2. P1, they can't improve either. So these times are looking pretty flat here, and I'm not sure whether they're really going to be able to affect any of the Group 1 times, but we'll have to wait and see, because we've got 2 groups to go. As FOX-ish, they've just set the fastest time on 1:38.98. Oh, fantastic. That's a very good time for Group 2. I'm not sure where that sits in Group 1. That will possibly just chip away at some of the top times there, but we'll just have to wait and see. That would be around about P5 for Group 1. It's not too bad. If they were in Group 1, that would put them P5, which would be interesting. So, well, Dave, we'll have to find out what's going to happen next then. So, moving on to the next group. Who's going to be next? We'll find out. I'll tell you. Yeah, KR Racing, Tesla Ryzen Racing, and Swisscom Blue coming up next. KR, notably, good at qualifying up there, so it'll be very interesting to see how this qualifying session turns out for them. We also have Mercedes in Group 4, so if they've managed to restructure the team a bit, get some better drivers, then maybe they'll be able to qualify higher than expected for a team 11th in the Constructors. Yep.
It should be. I wonder. I know. I don't know what I'm saying to you. I think though, with the Aston Martin and the new e-tron Mercedes and the X21, I wonder if the Mercedes are going to pull it back together. Maybe they've got some new people in to do some work for them. As we wait for the next session to start. So, where is the next team? Nobody's doing anything just yet. And Aston Martin's getting ready to go. I don't know why he's doing that.
Yeah, Aston Martin aren't until Group 4.
Not the right time to get in the car, mate. Actually, they do hop out. I'll let them have that. Nobody's getting in their car yet. So the 97 of Foxish was by themselves. Interesting. I wonder if there's going to be anything happening there. KR, Tesla, and Swisscom are up next now. They should be starting in just a second. As both the Swisscoms now come out, Boz comes out.
There's a Tesla there.
I do like the Tesla livery in a way.
Red and black.
It's an interesting livery, James. It's more of a pinkish red, isn't it?
Yeah. Like a cherry sort of red.
Yeah. Welcome to discovering car colours with a Depot Dolphin. I don't know if anyone else is here. I think this is just it. I think there's only 4 today with this team. As we see everyone bullying the KR team for their anime girl on the front of their car. Which I'll move on. I don't know why, but I get Williams vibes from Swisscom.
Well, it is a sort of like a similar paint scheme, you know, white, red, and blue, bright colours. I can see where you're coming from with that one.
Yeah, they got it's just that Colgate feel to it, you know.
Toothpaste.
It does look like Colgate. That's the thing. It's the same colours, pretty much. I would say. They got McDonald's in it. They should swap that for Colgate. If they don't, I'll be so disappointed.
Oh, I never noticed that before. There's a little New Zealand flag on that. No, there isn't. I thought there was a New Zealand flag on the pit entry light, but it's just from this angle. That's what it looks like because there's New Zealand flags all the way down the grandstands.
Oh, I see. I see. As I'm actually just invading the camera shot and apologise. We should be starting very soon, to be honest. Should is a very strong word, but we should.
Well,
as we do start.
The cars is gone, but I don't think they should have.
No. It is green.
But the flag is still yellow, so they shouldn't have gone.
Yeah, okay. Penalty. Penalise them. Get them out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do about that because they have gone on track when they aren't allowed to.
I think they're turning around.
They're reversing back to the pits. I'm not sure
Okay,
why
at
they
least they're not
thought they
properly
could
driving.
go.
Well, the lights did turn green on the pit exit, but I don't
Yeah,
think they
but it was still a
realised.
yellow
Yeah.
flag, which is very, very clear on the left. So, yeah, we'll have to
Yeah,
wait and
we'll have
see what
to
happens to that car.
disqualified. And there we go. Group 3 is now starting.
And it's a green
Here they
flag.
go.
Everyone's off.
Exciting times. I expect the boss to line up fastest on this qualifying, to be honest. That's
Well, the brand
my
stars could
prediction.
also be strong, which we've already seen. So we'll just have to wait and see.
I know, I mean in this group.
Oh,
But
you mean
yeah,
in
I
this
do think
group?
they'll-
Okay. Because we've also,
yeah.
on the tower, we've got the times of Group 2 and Group 3 combined now. So I'll be able to see if Group 3 can improve on Group 2, maybe. We'll just have to wait and see. And there's a Swisscom spinning at the back there. That's Aviator Froome.
Oh, a little bit more. What is it with the spins whilst you're stopped today? 2 people
I
have
don't
filmed that
know.
now. It's a tradition. Oh, that's to Boz with the fast sector one
Buzz is
spins.
just spun. Everyone's spinning, as well as Volt GE spinning as well.
Yeah. These cars are very, it's the instant power, like, that's the thing. You got to include that to this. Should be quite interesting. Not much happening. We'll have to wait till everyone starts that out, to be honest. Five-minute lap for libels. I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's very correct.
Mind you, they did go out the pits. That was the person that went out the pits. So
Yeah, so
that
that's
might be why.
probably hindered their first lap.
Or not.
We're saying a 5-minute lap for everyone. That's very much not correct. Oh, and
Not
Volt
gonna
GE
much.
in
I
the
don't
back there is
expect much
spun. Aviator Froome runs a little bit wide through there, probably not what they would have wanted to do. You need to be quite tight through that corner in order to set yourself up quite nicely for turn 12. Oh, Winter Boz has gone off. Still running
dear.
though.
That
Wouldn't have
KR
gained them
not in a
any
good
time
session.
at all. And to Boz can only go 6th at 142.609.
As there goes Volt. There we go. Everyone's beating Aztage. Mind you, they did have a 152.
Yeah, that was a very poor time from the Vitesse car.
Mind you, I do think someone from. I think, now that I'm seeing it, DeBoz is not having the best sessions actually. I don't know if he's winding up or whether he's just quite slow at the moment. We'll have to find out. Should be interesting to see as they get a fast sector one. I am right. They are winding up. I'm
Just
always
got to
right.
see if they.
Don't even deny it.
They just got to see what Tabuz can do in the chicane though, because if lots of people have been losing it here this weekend in I8 in FE qualifying, but he holds that together very, very nicely indeed as the car behind spins around in qualifying. This is Group 3. Yes, it's Group 3.
Yes.
I just had to double check that.
Yes. And the thing is, though, I'd hate to see people do that during the race. It's going to be very common, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's
people
gonna
will be
be so
losing a lot of
common that
time
it's
with that
gonna be
sort of issue.
Especially with these cars, like especially that corner that Boz just went through. You know, that corner where there's a curb,
Yeah.
so you can enter track. And then when you go wide and hit it, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of spins there too. It's gonna be a spinning race. You're gonna
What can
spin.
Boz do? He can
or
improve. He shaves 2 seconds off his time, up to P5 now with a 140.277. There's enough time to do one more lap, I think, because if I believe what I've heard correctly, they're going to pause the timer on 6 minutes to get the remaining. Oh, but he hit the wall. This is not going to be a good final lap for Boz, so that will be his final time of 140.277.
Does say 6 minutes, but yeah.
We'll just see if Seng pauses it at 6 minutes. Yes, he does. Sets it back to 12. I don't know what he's doing.
Yep. There we go. I think just okay. Shut up.
There we go. 6 minutes remaining. Oh, and Liberals lost it.
As you can see, a lot of people getting ready for the next session actually already. So that is the Mercedes. So both the Mercedes drivers are here today. The e-trons, both them here. Interesting. Be interesting to see what they can do to me. So you got aka Frezzy and Zachary. Should be interesting. As a Boz. Yeah, everyone's finished, I think, except Aviator Froome. Are they on their final lap?
Possibly, I'm not sure. It looks like
Yeah,
they
I think
are.
they are because they're both pushing. There they go. Those Volt and Aviator pushing it now. They both got improved sectors, but Aviator's got 2 improved sectors, so I wonder what they're going to do. They are 4 seconds behind to Boz, though, mind you.
Oh,
so
Aviator Froome hits the wall.
Barely, but I think it might not be. I think it might just be a little bit less than. Yeah, there we go. It wasn't enough to hinder him too much, but it did, hurt a little bit. As Volt, what's they gonna get? Oh, they entered the pits. There we go. All done. So that is Group 3. Now to Group 4. So that is Aston Martin, Mercedes, and I think X21.
Yes, X21 will be in there.
There we go. So X21, Aston Martin, and Mercedes are next. I have to see what's going to go on there. I don't think there's any X21s here today. I think there might just be 3 people in this session.
You can see the Aston Martin of ERT snipers waiting in their garage to come out and line up in the pit lane.
I think. They should be let out in just a second. There's I think that's Akav. Oh, there's someone else. That is Ratyake. Ratyake.
For X21. So there looks like there will be an X21 contesting this session.
Good to see. Good to see. So there's 4 people here. If there was 2 more, it'd be a full session for the Group 4.
Mercedes are quite eager to get out on track.
They do. Yes, they are going back and forth. Oh, they stopped.
I've been told to line up.
Yeah, good look at this Mercedes livery, to be honest. Haven't really got a proper look at it. It's basically the one in real life. Okay. Looks good, though. So, a new car out on track, everyone. Making history today. The new cars. They're very impatient, aren't they? Not gonna lie, that X21 livery looks stunning. It really does. It's a very nice livery, the X21. I really do like that.
Yeah,
The
it's
Aston
got.
Martin, I don't know why, but I'm not big. Go on then. Sorry.
I was going to say it's just got like cut up shapes of blue and white and black all intermingled together.
Yeah, it's a mess, but it's nice. And to be honest, I'll be honest, I'm not a particularly big fan of the Aston Martin livery.
Yeah, I don't like the Aston Martin
I don't
livery
know
either.
why.
It's like a mix of dark green and a vomit green, and then you've got dark blue, and it just doesn't go together very well. I think a more British
Yeah.
racing green and black, like they've got on the F1 livery, would look a lot nicer than what they've currently got. But I do think that livery was made quite a while ago. And it is actually in the Ion Formula EV game. So if you want to drive that car around for yourself, feel free. The game link should be in the description down below, where you'll also find a nice subscribe button if you want to hit that. But I won't force you to. I'll just recommend you to, because we have a lot of racing content coming up. Here you can see Rat Yeah K.
Indeed.
And the Mercedes has already gone around. That's not Zachary O'Connell, that's aka Frenzy.
Frenzy.
One of them.
These kids, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, mate. So, Rat is going to come into his very long corners. The X21, the Mercedes, first time out on track, and already spinning.
Oh, the Aston
Lovely
Martin's gone
jubbly.
off a bit.
It's that corner as well, I think. There's a lot of people that go around there and just get a little bit... I think it's mainly the speed that they carry through, and they just get on the curb slightly, and it just sets them off slightly. It's mainly they just have to keep it on the track. Don't push it too hard, basically. To put it simply, although you do have to push.
The
anyway.
Aston Martin's gone again. This is a spin fest here.
So, I must say out who's so far in Super Pole. So, it is the one of Jacob, Lanor, Fox, Gene, Mr. M, Mr. Muxco?
Mr. Muxkajo Globe. I think if we just stick with
Yes.
Mr. M, that may make
Mr.
it
M.
slightly easier.
Yes, we're going to call him Mr. M. And W Stupe in Super Pole is also. So whoever gets the top two in this will get into Super Pole. So that should be interesting to see.
Oh wow.
We'll find out.
If they all set faster times than currently there, they'll all get into Super Pole, but we'll just have to wait and see how it ends up for them.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, I am wrong there, aren't I? Yeah. But yeah, it should be interesting to see what's going to happen. Who's going to get through? Oh, AKA
AKA
Frezzy makes a
Frezzy.
massive mistake there.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
ET
ERT snipers.
Not nice. Not nice. A
So
lot of
that
people
lap
make
is going to be
mistakes.
completely ruined for both of them. They're going to have to go round yet again.
So is it the top 8 that goes through, yeah? Am I right there?
It's the top
To Super Pole.
6 that goes to Super Pole.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Got it. Lovely.
Here's the
So,
chicane.
yes.
They do that quite nicely. Are they going to spin out? No, they aren't. Keep in traction.
That's what we want to see. Get some laps on the belt, mate.
Oh, but the
lot of
Mercedes
people
does
do.
completely miss the apex there. That's not going to be good whatsoever.
So these cars are a lot faster than the i8 cars. So there was around about 2 minute 5 seconds for the i8, and there was a 1 minute 38. Well, no, around about 1 minute 38s to 1 minute 40s for the Formula E cars. So they're around about
Yeah, so
25
they're about
seconds faster.
Yeah, 25 seconds faster, which is quite significant, especially around a massive track like this.
Yeah, mind you, that is just because it's a big
The
track.
Mercedes lost the rear end, but they're still going strong. I'm not sure whether their time would have been impacted by that. Probably was, to be honest. A
And
141.927
Rats,
for
yeah.
Zachary O'Connell.
Right, yeah, makes a fantastic lap.
Up to P3.
Wow, that's pretty
well,
good.
P3, including Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. 139.076.
Technically, they should be in front of Mr. M because they've got a 1 minute 39.076.
Oh, yes, they should. That's a timer issue.
1:39.
I wonder if that's enough for Super Pole.
I wonder. It should be. I think so.
Mr. M's in Super Pole,
Fantastic.
with Soup's in Super Pole, and he's beat them both. So yes, as things stand, Ratye K is into Super Pole.
Fantastic. That is interesting, isn't it? That should be very good to see. What? Because I don't think I've really seen Ratye K before. I don't think. I
No,
have.
they're a new driver for this
Unless I'm-
weekend, I'm pretty sure. I didn't recognise them when I was making the graphics earlier in the week, so I think they are new. And it's a very good vouch for X21 for Epic Dude, because as things stand, especially in qualifying, they are extremely rapid.
Yeah, and then the thing is that I8 they did pretty well until they didn't, but they did pretty well at the start of the race in I8.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see. I wonder if X21 could be a contender. Although they are in the bottom group, they've got a long way to go, I guess. For that, I mean, we are literally nearly halfway through the season, so I guess not. But could be anything. Anything can happen. Anything. But yeah, could be interesting to see what they can do here today then. As you can see SH in chat, curbs are deadly. The grass is literally ice. So I wonder, are these guys going to go for another lap? We've got 15 seconds. Are they going to make it? I think so, yeah.
It'll be very close.
Right, yeah, okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes, they've made it.
and the others, oh, they've made it just in time. Lovely. Very, very close there, isn't it? Coming around the first corner, very long, sweeping right-hander, going into a very quick chicane here. It's going to be very tight. Is anyone going to make any mistakes? No. Nobody makes mistakes through there. That's good to see. So then they go around this long left-hander and then a sharp right-hander where the wall of death, as I like to call it, waits for you outside of that corner.
Yeah, you've got to be very careful you don't hit that.
Because a little bump that comes out and you don't want to go anywhere wide, so you've got to stay on the inside of the track.
Mercedes just went onto the runoff, and that's going to lose them loads of time. Yeah, this lap is not going to be a fast one whatsoever.
They had a fast sector 1 as well.
Yeah, so
Damn.
that's not going to hit home very nicely. Oh, and they've completely lost it out of the second chicane. Not what they want whatsoever. That lap is done for.
Yeah, they had a fantastic sector 1, but the fact that they've done that means that they're not going to get into, well, Super Pole. That could have been a good opportunity. Oh dear. But ERT Snipers improved in Sector 1 and 2. Anyone else improved? Rat's not improved. Their teammate, Zachary, has improved Sector 1 but hasn't improved in Sector 2. But Rat, yeah, it's gonna, I think they're pitting. But yeah, as you see, Zachary comes across the line and they're going to improve. No. But, right, yeah, they're going to come across the line and improve. No. And
Right, goes into the pits.
ERT. There we go.
Not surprised, to be honest. They've already made their way to Super Pole. So, I believe, well, everyone who was on a fast lap, yes, it is. Everyone who was on a fast lap is into the pits. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Super Pole, which is Dino, Lanor, FOX-ish, Gene, Ratye K, and Mr. M. They're the top 6 that are going out to the pole shootout. That'll be coming up very shortly, everybody, so make sure to stay tuned for that. That's going to be very exciting indeed.
Yes, be sure to stay tuned, and then we should be back in just very soon, actually, to be honest. As I've just realised. Oh, I've just realised though. There's a lot of people in here that aren't really in the standings. So the fact that there's new people in here and they're starting to make some room for themselves is fantastic. Like Foxish, they're in P11 in the championship with 10 points. That means they're going to do really well. So I wonder what's going to happen, to be honest. Is because of like people, EOT snipers did all right in qualifying, but Rat they are P24. They didn't score any points, no points whatsoever. So I wonder what's going to happen there. So Mr. M barely gets it into I think no, sorry, Rat barely gets into, I think.
Yeah, I think that is the case because of how tight it is into Super Bowl.
It's going to be exciting, wasn't it? So, top 3 from qualifying in Group 1 have gone through to Super Bowl. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's obviously a very good run for those in Group 1, considering half of them have gone up into Super Bowl, because when you're setting the first laps of the session, you often have sort of a disadvantage there because you don't have that much time to learn about the track. Obviously, they did have free practice sessions, but something about qualifying, more power, it's just something a bit more raw about it.
It's going to be interesting, Super Bowl. I wonder if they're going to complete. Yeah, probably going to reset the time board completely.
And it's just come through on my end. Thank you very much, British Dakota, for your £2 super chat. What are you saying? I'm bored. McLaren win. Let's hope they win.
Interesting.
Yeah, let's hope that they do well. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, considering they've got Mr. M now up into Super Bowl. It's looking good, but you've got to be careful.
Going to be interesting. So, Lanor is the first at the first one at the pit lane, and then it's Mr. M, Gene, Ratye. I think Ratye and Foxish have really surprised me to get into Super Bowl. Others, I'm not so surprised about. Actually, no, Mr. M has surprised me as well. But yeah, they've done well to get into Super Bowl. I expected either a Vitesse or someone different, to be honest. But it's good to see that new people are coming in, putting up their times and doing really well. But we do have to remember that qualifying isn't everything and all that. So yeah, we do have to remember that. And I think everyone's here.
Yep, I don't know what the wait is for. We should be getting underway very, very shortly.
Where's the others? We should have a Dwayne Jacob. We should have Dwayne Jacob. Ace E-Spirit. Oh, okay. So Dwayne Jacob went to bed. He went to sleep. Okay. So, yeah, Dwayne Jacob's not coming to the session.
Okay. Okay. I guess that's how things are going to end
They went to
for
bed.
the E-Spirit.
He was pretty much doing very well for them. They said that he might be leaving as well, formally. So that's interesting. Second in the championship and wanting to leave. I wonder, can they put a reserve up to take his place in Super Bowl?
I don't think so, because that is, you can't, if you qualified in a position, you can't just like get someone else to do it for you.
Okay, I guess that's 5 people. I wonder if actually they'll bump someone up. Like WC Pay, will they put him up? Or
I
don't
don't think so. Because Dino did qualify there. It doesn't matter if you're available for Super Bowl. You qualified in that position. So it's the top 6 group qualifiers. So whether you're available for Super Bowl or what, it doesn't matter. We'll hopefully be getting some camera shots of Lanor shortly. Yeah, so because it is based off of group qualifying, You can't replace someone like you could in endurance, say, because you don't have multiple drivers per car. It is that car with that driver. They're the only people who can go through to Super Bowl, and if they're not available, then that's their loss.
Yeah. Well, so it looks like Lanor has just gone out with the fleet car. He's going to be the first person out today. So I wonder what type of time is Lanor going to be setting. They get 1 out lap and 1 hot lap. So can they do it? That is the question. It's going to be a 1 lap shot, 1 hot lap shot. No. Sorry. 1 shot qualifying for them. There we go. Fantastic. It's going to be 1 shot. I wonder if we can spectate them. That is the question.
Probably going to have to wait for them to cross Sector 3, to be honest.
I thought I'll wait a little bit, everyone. Apologies. I wonder if we can ask them to jump out and in their car. They're the people that are doing qualifying, except for Lanor, because they'll probably cross the line a bit. There we go. Oh. No, that's not
off my
who we want.
Geordie.
There we go. Lanor is now on their hot lap. They should be starting in just a second.
Yep, they are
Getting ready
holding back
for
there and release. They're full throttle from this point onwards. They only get 1 lap. This is the lap that Lanor needs. What's it looking like for the fleet?
Here we go.
Going through the final corner, running out wide, using all the track you can. That's what you want to use. Zipping over to the other side to get onto the racing line for turn 1. They're now going to go diving into the right-hander all the way to the right, clipping the apex and running on the curb. That's looking like a good Sector 1 so far for the fleet. Running out to the left now, approaching turn 2, the tight chicane, and they nail it. Now coming through turn 4. What's it going to look like for the long left-hander? It's looking good, but we'll have to wait for the other 4 drivers to complete their laps to see where Lanor will end up. Going now into the right-hander. Purple Sector 1, of course. What else would you have? He's the only driver out on track. Coming through now into turn 7. A long right-hander. Pretty similar to turn 1, just a little bit shorter and stubbier. Now this, approaching, is the chicane of turns 8 and turns 9. And does that pretty well. Stays on the concrete, so they don't lose any traction at all. Now, up next, turn 10. Missed your braking point. You're on the runoff. And he doesn't. Clips the apex. Runs not too far out wide.
They seem absolutely on point this lap. I'm surprised they're not using attack mode. I don't know whether it's disabled or not, but they seem absolutely fantastic this lap. They don't look like they're pushing overly hard, but they're so smooth throughout every corner at the moment, and it looks like they could get a really quick lap. For this, and they're about to cross the line. Here they come, going over the grid slots. They're about to cross the line, and there they go.
138.162.
That is a fantastic lap. I think that is the fastest lap we've had so far, to be honest.
It is. That is the fastest lap. I don't have the results from Group 1, but from the results from Group 2 to Group 4, that is the fastest time.
Yes, fantastic. Literally, Group 4, there was a one... Sorry, no. I'll go back and have a look. Group 2 was a 138.9. That was the fastest lap in Group 2. So it's very interesting what's going to happen there as they're about to come for their in lap. So the next person should be going out in just a moment. It should be Gene going out next. And
no, it's FOX-ish.
Ah, there we go. FOX-ish is up next. There we go. They were the second fastest. Wait.
Oh, he's been told to wait.
Stop. Stop it.
Oh
Stop
yeah, he's being
moving,
told to jump out
and-
and jump in, so we can actually see what's happening. There we go. You can see what the X21 is doing.
There we go. Lovely. So, FOX-ish. What are they going to do for super qualifying? We'll find out. They're not going to be pushing on their out clearly. But yeah, FOX has just properly surprised me. The 97. They've been pretty quiet. Well, in Formula E, to be honest, and it's just not much to really be talked about them. They are sixth in the Constructors' Championship, and FOX-ish is P11 in Championship. So, if they could get Super Pole, that would be a massive boost for the team and could possibly help them go on to become a lot better throughout the season.
Oh, just losing the rear end slightly a bit there, I think. Is still an outlap, so nothing critical.
We'll find out in just a second what's going to happen because it's going to be interesting, isn't it? So they should be coming on to start it soon.
Just rounding through turn 11, that is. Now into turn 12. And you need to be flat out from here for the most speed you can get down the main straight, because the next two corners, they are absolutely flat out. And it looked quite risky through turn 14, but they've held it now, crossing the line to start their lap. Coming down into turn 1. Looks to be running slightly wider than Lanor was. I wonder if that's going to allow him to carry a bit more speed into the corner. Turn 2's up next. Right after that, turn 3. The tight chicane. Are they going to thread the needle? Yes, they do. Coming through into turn 4. The long left-hander. Fat out all the way now to turn 5, which is the right-hand kink, which you need to make sure you get pin perfect. Because if not, it's slamming into the wall. And they haven't slammed into the wall.
He gets, but it's not a faster sector 1. So if they want to get Super Pole, they're gonna have to pull it back in these next 2 sectors. Lanor, I bet you Lanor's watching this right now, thinking, "What's gonna happen?" You know, anything can happen really as they come into the next chicane. What's gonna happen? They do it absolutely pinpoint perfect. I don't even need to get on the curbs. They're fantastic in that little chicane. What they're going to do coming into the next corner.
Are they going to get the apex?
A little bit slower.
Yes, they are.
This is where things start to get a lot slower on the track. You know, they're going to go through this corner. Very long right-hander, and it goes into a nice little kink of right and then left. And then it's... Oh! That was very risky. Had a bit of a bump there, and they went sliding around the corner. Nearly went straight into a wall on the grass. But now that they're coming into the final 2 corners, here they come. Flat out, onto the curbs, going out properly wide. Going to move it over. And what they're going to do now, going across the line.
And it's not faster than Lanor. It's 3 seconds slower.
Oh. That's surprising. That is very surprising, to be honest. So Gene is about to go for now, and they should be starting to do. Wow, Foxish. That was no offense to him, but that was disappointing. I was expecting at least a 139. It must have been something we didn't see there. Maybe it was that little bump going on the grass, but I don't think it would lost him 3 seconds. Interesting. They're going to have to come in next lap, though. As a Gene, I don't know what they're doing. Wow. So, that is a 141.078 for FOX-ish, and Lanor is looking very comfortable in a 138.1. Pretty much the fastest time throughout the this weekend, so it could maybe just be a confirmed pole position right off the bat.
We'll have to wait and see though, because Jean in the past has been very rapid in qualifying. So Jean could take a provisional pole position. You just got to wait and see how things end up. And we've also got Rat K and Mr. M coming up after Jean. So keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen, because things could get very spicy indeed.
Indeed. As it looks like I think Jean will be at least be able to get P2. I think it's just between Lana and Jean now. I think if the Ryan Jacob was here, I would have said he would get pole position. But now that I see that he's gone, I think it could just be between Jean and Lano. Unless people start to come in and play a little bit more. We don't know. We'll have to find out, won't we? So now I think they're just about to start their lap, going into the final two corners, flat out through these corners. Here they go. Going on the straight, over the grid slots. Yeah, about to start their lap. Now, here we go. Going wide into turn one, getting all that red they can, and going nice and fast as you possibly can as he gets a little bit of bump through there. Getting quite slightly rear-end, but nothing to worry about. As they're about to go into the chicane, the very slow chicane. Someone on the exit there gets right close to the wall on the exterior wall on the exit. And goes nice round this lovely left-hander, very long, very sweeping. But there we go, coming up to the next corner, very sharp right-hander. Now they're going to make it right. They don't go on the grass much, and they just go right to the edge of the track, going slightly on the red. But there we go, coming into this long left-hander, very, very long, and it goes into a bit of a kink near the end. Very long start, I've had a very sharp end to that corner. Going into the next chicane, nice and sweeping. There we go, lovely. Didn't need to touch the corner much, but they do go on the grass, unlike others. They don't have an fast sector one, they do have an improved sector one instead. So I wonder what's going to happen. Very sharp corner here, they go right to the edge of that, but they didn't go very wide on the exit. I wonder if they could have done that and gain them a little bit more time. But I guess that does set him up for this corner. Very long right.
Oh, he's twitching, he's twitching.
He's just very close at the moment. He's on fine edges, and he's just two improved sectors. I wonder if he won't be able to get pole position. I have to pull it all back in the last sector, going through his last chicane. Very fast, flat out, going down the straight. Here we go. And across the line. What?
It's even slower! A 142.612 for Jean. What happened there? Something's going very wrong for FOXish and Jean. They've just lost time. Lanor still on provisional pole. 3 seconds faster than second. 4 seconds faster than Jean.
I wonder. I'm very suspicious right now. Interesting. Oh, they spin on the exit of the pits. What's going on there?
That's not a very good start for Rat K in the X21.
Ava Lanor is doing absolute fantastic. Or they're all doing rubbish.
It seems to be the latter at the moment, because we have seen faster times than a 141 and a 142 in group qualifying. So something in Superpole must have just not hooked up.
Yeah, it'd be something. A lot of people saying in the Roblox chat, Lanor is sus. Not what we want to see. Come on, guys, be a bit more sportsmanlike. Give the guy a break. But, right, yeah, okay. I think this is probably the first time they're going to be in It's everyone's first time in Supercar, actually. Never mind. But should be interesting to see what they can do here today. They warm up their tyres. That's not actually warming up. There's no such thing as warming up your tyres. Don't know why they bother. It's just gonna wear your tyres. But hey ho. The quicker you get around the track, the less tyre wear, to be honest.
They're going to have to go flat out soon, though, because as soon as they get to the exit of turn 13, there's no turning back.
Indeed. So there we go. Flat out now. Here we go. Going across these curbs. Don't spin out here. Now go and take as much red as possible to go flat out. There they go. And I'll let you commentate on this lap, to be honest.
Okay then, here we go, approaching the start-finish line. Moving over to the left side of the track, the left side of your picture, the right side of your picture. Right, yeah, okay, going onto the racing line, using all the runoff they can. A concrete strip over there, the red concrete strip, and going through turn 1, getting the rotation done quite nicely. Now approaching turns 2 and 3. Got to thread the needle through the chicane. Are they going to do it? Yes, they do. And looks a little bit slower than the other times we've seen so far. But those times have been incredibly slow, so something worrying maybe. Not sure. Going round to the left now through turn 4, approaching turn 5. As we all know by now, it's that right-hand kink. Boom! There it is. You got to make sure that you time that turn absolutely correct to the millisecond. If not, you'll end up in that all over there. Coming round turn 7, this is now. A good exit out of here is needed to set you up for this straight all the way down to the chicane of turns 8 and 9. And then another long straight all the way down to turn 10. Here we go. Second chicane of the day. Looking good. Goes onto the grass a bit there, but gets straight back onto the track. Because if you stay on the grass for too long, your rear wheels will light up. And around you will go. And absolutely kisses that apex there of turn 10. Coming into 11 now. This is pretty much a 180 degree right-hander into turn 12. A sharp left-hander which you can take at a surprisingly high speed. Round turn 13 now, jumping, rejoining the main track layout. The final chicane, the right-left, turns 14 and 15. Here it is. You're going to want to run out slightly wide there on the exit, which they do. Now hold it as tight as possible. Lose as little time on the run down. And it's an even slower time. 5 seconds. 5 seconds slower.
What? Something's either extremely wrong with the cars, or we're just not seeing something, or Lano's just God without attack mode.
I don't know what's happening.
Wow.
Let's have a look at Mr. M then, because they've just started to come out of the pit lane. Well, they've left the line. They're being told to go. I'm not sure how many times they needed to be told to go.
If this one's even slower, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is why it makes Formula One. I guess this is what makes very unpredictable.
So once this outlap is completed, Mr. M can go on to their flying lap, which will hopefully be faster than the other ones we've seen today. But judging by the current trend, which is to go a second slower each lap, it's not looking too promising.
Yeah. Don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest. I'm surprised about what's happening so far.
I don't think anyone isn't, to be fair.
Like, how is Lanor get the fastest lap throughout this weekend, and everyone else is, no offense to them, but are doing not so well? All other quality drivers. Interesting. Anyway, he's about to start his lap, going for just chicane for the fastest way you can go, and about to start the new lap. Here we go. So, fast as you can go, down the straight, go on the red, go as fast as you can for this next corner, and he looks very comfortable for in this corner, and I just don't know what he's going to do for the chicane. We haven't had anyone make mistakes for the chicane yet, so I wonder. Nope, not yet. That looks pretty good actually, with the exterior wall staying out of airway. Going through this next long left-hander, flat out pretty much. Going into this next corner though, where it's a wall of death on meeting you on the exit. So there we go, there, and going through the next little left kink, and then into a long right-hander, a very long start to it, and a very sharp end to it. So we'll have to find out what's going on there. There we go. Next straight, long straight, normally would be, but this is Formula E. We have a lovely chicane waiting for us, as nobody makes a mistake through there. Nobody's made any mistakes through those tiny little chicanes today in qualifying. So we'll have to find out what happens next. Going through this nice left hairpin, and then we go right into this long right-hander. Next is coming up, which will lead into a lovely sequence of a chicane. There we go, a little right, and then a left, and it goes into a long left, another right-hander. But the thing is, there's a curb between you and the rest of the track, so you have to be very careful with the throttle, as not to, basically break your car. No, well, die. Sorry. Bit of out of shape out of there for the last chicane, and they haven't got any purple sectors, and they go through the next corner.
Finally, someone's faster.
Dear.
It's only a 142.99, but at least they haven't gone a second slower. So that's going to be the top 5, ladies and gents. Animal, then FOX, and Gene, Mr. M, and Ratty. Once Sengstam gets the starting grid all calculated up, we'll be able to bring you that.
Interesting. So, I bet everyone is very much wondering what's going on with Lanor.
Well, it isn't a massively faster time to what we've already seen.
But it's just interesting that he's not used attack mode and got that still.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to know what's going on there. Why everyone else is so much slower. I wonder if we can ask someone that. I wonder if I can ask someone. I'll ask ePrix if he made any mistakes on this lap. Major mistakes, anyway. Well, that is Formula E qualifying, everyone, and we should be moving on to the race in a second.
That is, of course, the main attraction.
I think we've all waited for, to be honest. Very long qualifying today. Taking us about... How long is it qualifying gone on for? So qualifying has happened for about an hour. Exciting. Race should be starting soon, though.
I think they're just trying to work out what to do with Lanor's time at the moment.
Do they know what's happened with it?
No.
The thing is, they can't check for hacks. I'm not saying that he is hacking, but they can't check because they don't have any senior directors around. We'll have to wait and see, to be honest.
Just got to wait a few more moments for the starting grid to be calculated by SingStar.
Huh. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait for a little bit.
Yeah,
So
I can't
I shall run you.
I can't exactly work out what's happening, but yeah, give it some time and then we
I'll
should be
try and
good.
run you through the temporary. I'll try and run you through the temporary grid order so far whilst we wait. Because like, if Lano does get something wrong, if something does happen, we know that that's happened. But I have to run you through the grid order with Lano not, having anything happening yet. So, Lano lines up on pole with a 138.1, followed by FOX with a 141.0 in P2. With the brand star of Gene is in P3 with a 142.6, and Mr. M in P4 with a 142.9. Ratia K lines up in P5 with a 143.8. Then that is Superpole. Now, excluding Superpole, we have in P7, no, technically P6 is Epic Dude with in 139.9 in P6. P7 W Supe 139.5. No, they should be in P6 actually. So Epic Dude will be in P7. So James Rigby will be in P8 with
I think you mean Epic Dusk there, not
140.2010.
Epic Dude, because Epic Dude
Epic
wouldn't be driving
Epic
for
Dusk.
Fleet.
Yes, Epic Dusk, Epic Dusk. Um, it seems they've cut out the people. Yeah. That is pretty much the top 10 now. With DeBoz in P9 and FOX, no, DeBoz there. And okay, yeah, I'm confused with the qualifying so far. We'll just have to wait and see, everyone. We'll have to wait and see. So, I could run you through the drivers and constructors standings, but I think I've already done that. So what I shall do, I shall go to the facilities whilst I can. So everyone, it seems like we may be in for a slight wait. So if you do want to do something watch something whilst you wait, feel free to go check out the I8 race we've had just earlier. I think
A
actually,
very,
mate, I think we
very,
are just
very
starting.
hectic race.
There we
And
go. I think we are
actually,
starting now. Actually,
yeah, never mind that, because we've just been given a grid in the results channel. And because Dino was the fastest driver in group qualifying, they will get an extra point, but they will not be driving in today's race. So I'm not sure how this is really going to work, because Tabos is on the leaderboard twice, and FOX is on the leaderboard twice.
yeah. Uh, I don't. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wing it. We'll have to wing it, everyone. But please do be patient if it does take a while for people to change of plans. I think there are 16 drivers here today. 17. 17. New results. There we go.
Yeah, they've changed it, so sort it out. So now there isn't 2 Taboses and there isn't 2 FOXs.
Yep. Exciting. There we go. That should be the grid. Right. So Lana will line up on pole position. FOX will be in P2. G in P3. Mr. M will be P4. Ratia K P5. I think Epic Dude will either start on P6 or P7, but we shall resume if he says P7. WCP will be P8. James would be P9. DeBoss P10. Libo? Sorry, I have to check just a second. I don't see them. It seems the Cognizant and another Tesla have arrived today. That should be exciting. And I think that's a new brand star.
No, that is, that's still faint. They're using a different account.
Oh, yes, yes. Apologies. He was on phone. Man, get back. Why is someone on their phone? Okay. Just watch the stream, mate. Better. Not gonna lie. Branson 9 will be replacing Dwayne Jacob, actually, so they are in P. I think they're starting. I don't know where they're starting, to be honest.
They'll have to
Replacing
start
Dwayne
from the
Jacob,
back, because if they're filling for the driver, they're still not qualifying in that position. So that's not very right if they get to
Yeah.
have a big jump up on the grid. So they will be sent to the back.
Indeed. So a lot of people are excited for today. So I shall give you a very quick rundown. So Lanor, FOX-ish, June, Mr. Muxco, Ratia K, and we don't know who's in P6 yet, we might be moving up. WCP, P7, Epic Dusk, P8, James Rigby, P9, The Boz, P10, we don't know, someone should be in P11, I shall go check. We should have Libo in P11, but I don't think they're here. Actually, yes, they are. They should be just lining up now. Zachary in the Mercedes in P12. Aviator P13. Volt GE P14. Someone should be in P15. I think that's faint.
There are even more new results.
Oh.
So I guess some people will still put in the wrong order. Hopefully that's the last order that there is.
Yeah. We should see some changes in a second, and we should be starting soon, everyone. Excitement can begin after this long wait. So apologies for this wait, everyone. Yeah, quite long qualifying, and quite a long. We should have a quite long wait to the race, but the Iron team are working as hard as they can. So please do be patient whilst we try and sort things out. There are
So
20
whilst,
drivers here today, by the way.
yeah, so whilst all of those 20 drivers are gridding up, let's have a look at what the track looks like. We'll see you in a moment, everybody. We've had a calendar reshuffle, a new qualifying format, but the main attraction this weekend, it's still this. The Auckland ePrix, originally scheduled for 2 weeks ago, but instead we went racing in Marrakesh. In a few moments' time, the second ever Ion race in New Zealand is about to get underway, so let's have a look at the exact track that we'll be racing around. A 1:38.296 was the fastest time we saw in free practice 2. A 1:38.162 was the fastest time we saw in Superpole around this 15-corner circuit where the drivers are going to be on full throttle more than any other circuit so far this season. And that is because of the massive flat-out sections on the exits of turns 3, 7, 9, 10 and 13. Two tight chicanes have also been added onto the shortest possible layout around here, being turns 2 and 3 as well as 8 and 9. Also, interestingly, the attack mode activation zone is located slightly offline, just on the approach of turn 5. So you've got to be careful around there, because if you take a very, very wrong line, you could end up in the wall, which is definitely not what you'd want to happen. Joining you in the commentary box for today's race is Meaty Pod Dolphin and Blade Challenger. Hello, what are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting a very exciting race today. It's going to be very weird. Due to the Superpole, we had a very interesting Superpole here today, but the race is going to be exciting, just as exciting as, qualifying. We saw a lot of interesting stuff happen, like Lanor get pole position by about 3 seconds, which is very interesting, but we'll have to wait and see what happens throughout this race.
Everyone is gridded up. The laps have been set 25 laps around this circuit in New Zealand. 22 laps, actually. They've just adjusted that. We did see some energy management issues in i8 earlier. So, yeah, we're going to have to see how that works out in Formula E. A lot more energy is expended per lap around this circuit than, say, Marrakesh or Zurich or even Diriyah, the 3 tracks we've been to so far this season. So it's something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, this track is going to be... It's going to be... Oh, and here we're about to start.
Yep, the lights are coming on. 5 lights are on. And we're off and away in New Zealand. Crawling off the line there in the single-seater electric cars. Looks like a good start for Lanor, coming across to cover FOX going into turn 1. Takes the tighter line. And there's a McLaren there also getting up into the mix there. That would be with Mr. M also getting into some of the action there. Going through the chicane. Doesn't look like anyone's spun out so far. I can't see anyone spinning out of the back. Or there's a fleet going off there slightly. So that might have been bad for Epic Dusk in the back. Coming through now to the attack mode activation zone. Not expecting anyone to take it on the first lap, but I wouldn't be surprised. And there's a green sector for everyone. Not surprised, as 4 seconds now separate the entire field after just 1 sector.
Yeah, there's a lot of people getting off to a really slow start there, but a lot of people getting an amazing start, just like Lanor. I mean, he's done a fantastic job to keep it where it is, but W Stupe gets the best start, to be honest. They look like, on my screen, they're leading this race so far for the McLaren, and it could be a 1-2 in a minute. I don't know. But it looks like Lanor
FOX-ish and Mr. M were both sharing P3 at the first timings line, so we're going to have to see what happens to the McLarens. Of course, we saw in i8 earlier drivers that looked to be ahead. They actually weren't, so vision lag can trick you into thinking that someone is in the lead, which they aren't. But as things stand, Wasup is in the lead with McLaren, Lanor P2, Mr. MP3 and Libor Roblox in the X21 car lining up P4 with 1 second exactly to the 97 of FOX-ish.
Amazing start by Libor. I mean, it looks like he's in P2 at the moment. But the thing is, they started in around about P11. So the fact that they've gotten up to P2, so they've had a fantastic start. Beating Lanor, pole position sitter. Amazing start for them so far, though. I mean, it's people like Volts GE did pretty well on the start. And Rat EK had a horrific start. They're 10 seconds behind the person in front in P20. It's a horrific start for the race for them.
Yeah, Rat EK was
Although
looking pretty rapid in qualifying, so I'm not sure what happened to the X21 car there.
It seems like a lot of people are moving up. It's a McLaren 1-2 at the moment. But look at that. The Mercedes is moving up into P2 of Zachary. And it looks like they could be fighting for the lead. No, sorry. They're just fighting for P2. And they're fighting with F1 Doggo. So a lot of more action we see. It's not all about qualifying, as we commentators like to say. A lot of people moving up and down all around.
Yep. This is a brand new team to Formula E. Did contest last season, but it's completely different management, not associated whatsoever. This actually took over the Audi e-tron General Electric team owned by Project User, aka Power Unit. So it's new management, new looks, new badge, new logo, new name, and so far this race in qualifying and in practice, they've looked pretty quick as a good, strong midfield contender.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're doing pretty well in the midfield right now, especially with AK Freezy in P8, and then their teammate of Zachary O'Connell is in P4 by the looks of it. But it seems like they've moved down a little bit, though.
Something very interestingly, two strong drivers, that's Feint using their other account today, and to Boz, P19 and P16. That's surprisingly low for drivers of this talent in Formula E. We've seen to Boz fighting right up at the top of the midfield before. So seeing him down in P16, that's definitely not what the Croatian team are wanting.
The epic duck spun through the first chicane. Massive spin though. He lost a load of places, and he was in P9. I think they're going to be quite further down now. Quite indeed. Farther down, Benjean. So they're going to be
P14.
Down in P14. Wow. I'm very surprised by Libor, actually. They've done a fantastic job to get where they are. They're fighting for the lead at the moment, and the fact that they started in P11. Although Lanor is holding on. And someone flips! And that is Zachary O'Connell in the Mercedes, and they're doing so well. They're going to lose a load of positions. Oh, dear. That's going to be horrific. I think they're going to be near it back now.
See if I can get the replay of that, maybe.
I don't think you were looking at it at the time.
No.
Although it does seem like a lot of people working hard to get back up there. It's a fantastic battle for the top three at the moment.
Yeah, with Libor in the lead, Rasup in second, and Mr. M in third. Crossing the line now. That actually holds, surprisingly, with Lanor in fourth, the pole sitter falling down a few positions, but it's still in contention, just over a second from the leader at the start-finish line.
Yeah, this is a top three you never expect to see out of qualifying. You know, we always thought, I was thinking Lanor would be leading and he'd run away with it, to be honest. But then again, you have to remember that it's all about power conserving around this track. This track is so long for these cars, and it's just all about battery, to be honest. We have to remember that.
Nobody's taken attack mode just yet.
No. It's very surprising. I'm not surprised, to be honest, though.
Oh, as I say that, Zachary O'Connell. Oh, and there's a 97 of Drotti spinning out at the back there.
As someone disconnects, it's
Ratyak. Did well in qualifying, but the race really hasn't turned into anything for that driver. Big shame. Looked very, very fast indeed.
The top four is so close at the moment. They're all lagging slightly, so you can't see them exactly. But it's very, very close. Libor's looking like the highest stander at the moment. W Super, and it's just W Super and Mr. M are very, very close to each other throughout this race. Liverpool goes very wide out that corner onto the red. I'm surprised I didn't have a little bit of an accident there.
It's definitely a very good signing from McLaren to get two consistent drivers so they can attack the front and get good points for the team each weekend. So hopefully this driver lineup will continue into the future, because as things stand, they're scoring the most points of any team so far this weekend. As Zachary O'Connell with attack mode sets a purple sector 3.
All right. Oh, and there's a bit of a mistake from one of the McLarens. Oh, that was W Super. Now down in P7, I think. Yeah, they're in P7, I think. They're going to lose a load of positions there. But it does seem Libel's pulling away with it. Wow. I never expected to see that. A Swisscom pulling away for the lead. Tell me you didn't predict that, alright?
I could have never predicted that. To be honest, Formula E is known to be the unpredictable category. You just don't know what's going to happen each weekend. There's been so many different performances so far this season alone that it's just incredible.
It's going to be interesting to see. And to be honest, Libel's doing so well. Elevator's doing decent as well in P10, fighting for it with Epic Dusk and Aztech 1.
The average battery percentage so far is 75%, with 5 laps into the race so far. So that's an average loss of 5% per lap.
That could be very good, actually. I think that will work out for them. I wonder if that's going to change, though. Maybe they're all conserving. I don't know.
Well, 17 laps remaining. Actually, no. It'll be 16 laps remaining. Let's be kind. So 16 laps remaining. Multiply that by 5. That's 80%. So at the moment, the only person getting to the end is Faint in 17th place.
Be interesting to see, won't it? Mate, I wonder though if anyone will that in the lead will fall out. It's just so inconsistent.
Well, we saw that the top 10 in I8 pretty much switched around in the space of 3 laps at the end of the I8 race earlier, so we'll have to see if anything similar happens here in Formula E. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but I wouldn't be equally surprised if it doesn't.
Yeah, it's... Oh, someone goes wide. Oh, no, sorry, deep. They go right out the corner. I think they had a bit of a mistake there. I think that was the F1 doggo. Oh, mate, it's very, very close between the McLarens. They've been together the whole race. I've never seen someone split them. It's just too close to call. I don't really know. Because you see people like AK Freezy, and they're slowly making their way up. But you don't know whether they're going to keep doing that. That's the thing. You can't predict who's going to win here, to be honest. That's what makes Formula E exciting. Hey. Very interesting. WCB gets 2 improved sectors, sorry. And about 1.1 seconds behind Libor. But it seems Mr. M is very sticking with Libor very well. And it's just Libor's moving up. Slowly but surely losing them.
Oh, the fleet! Who's that? Is that Lanor? That is Lanor. Lost it at the chicane.
Oh, that's not good. He was fantastic in qualifying. Maybe there wasn't something. Maybe he's just fantastic.
Should be able to see it here now on the replay. Half speed, approaching the chicane. There's Lanor in front. It's actually a pretty good view we've got here on board with the Mercedes. And as you can see there, just gets too much air over the left curb there and jumps and skips into the wall.
Yeah, that was driver mistake, not the car's fault there. He just went too deep into the first part, got a little bit, and then it made him unsettle, and it went right over the second curb. trying to make up for it, and then just end up hitting the curb and into the wall. It was mainly driving mistake, but you got to make decisions in the heat at the moment, and he probably made the right one, in a way, I guess.
Considering what happened, putting the left side of the car over the car, all they needed to do really was just dart over to the right a bit more. So the thing with that chicane is it's so tight. If you make a mistake going in, you can't correct it during the corner. So you've got to be real careful going into there. So hopefully Leonor over these next few laps can learn from that mistake and not do it again.
As leader, Oblivion just goes for attack mode. Actually, I think they have me for a while. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't notice, to be honest. They are 25 seconds behind the person ahead of them. So, and they've just slid out. Let's have a look at the front then, because the Liberal Roblox is no longer leading. In fact, they're 1.1 seconds, behind the leader.
No, they're doing pretty well, actually. They're keeping it up. They're back up there. The leaderboard hasn't updated just yet, so they are getting slowly back, but surely back up there. But it seems, Mr. M is very close with Libel, and it seems F1 Doggo is getting involved. They're trying to go for it, and it's just so close between them. This is why it's like Zurich all over again. They're all very close, but a little bit better in spreading out, to be honest, actually. Oh, what's going on there? I thought I saw someone go wide for a second. No, okay. F1, it seems, Libel. Oh, is Libel going to make a move? Is that Libel? No, that is Libel, sorry. Oh, there we go. Wasupe makes a slight mistake coming out, getting rear end. But now it looks like Libel's back up into the lead. Or what's going to happen there with Wasupe? And it seems they've lost time to them. And it seems Libel's just consistent. They're just slowly but surely, if they make a mistake, they just get back up there. Fantastic.
F1 Doggo is... Well, Lano was 2 seconds. The F1 Doggo is 0.7 seconds. They're close. I want to be able to get the statistic and be like the top 4 and within a second, which they are. But I want someone to be exactly on 1 second, like they were in I8. Jotty's also taken attack mode, just to note, but they are down in P17, with the brand start of Faint behind them. Lower than they'd want to be, if we're being honest here.
Oh, he's just off 1 second. That's going to move. Very close. So it's very close. It seems like Libel's the one that's coming out on top.
You can see a very clear gap, though. P1 to P8, 1.679 second gap. P9, 12 seconds back. That's Aviator Froome in the Swisscom. Their teammate is leading. Well, they were leading.
Yeah. They are, I think. No, they are leading. They are leading, apparently, I think. Well, the leader, it says they're not, but they are.
Yeah.
They are now, anyway.
There we go.
Very good. Yeah.
Zachary O'Connell's taking attack mode again.
Wow. There's a lot of people in the rear taking attack mode. They're all trying to catch back up. But I don't think 80 seconds is just going to go like that. I don't think so. But if you look at the battery, 44%. No, that's not what you want.
Over half of your battery gone. Under half of the race gone. Not looking good. Gonna be honest.
No, I don't think they're even going to make it for 18 laps. I don't think they're even going to make it to 16 or 18. Wow. They all need to slow down. That's what needs to happen. They're too quick. As one of them goes for attack mode.
Takes attack mode. Mr. M takes attack mode. So the top 2 are now going to have extra power, but they're going to have to be careful because of their battery consumption.
Yeah. As Aviator Froome takes attack mode as well. They're fighting with Gene. What, the championship leader, Gene.
Libel hits the wall!
What happened there?
Just lost it at the chicane. I'll see if I can get a replay.
They're still leading by a ton. Wow.
Here we go, going into the chicane. Just can't get the rotation to the left done. Nabs it on the right there.
Oh, yeah. They just got a load of understeer. I don't know whether it was the rear end kicking out when they hit the curb or whether they just had a load of understeer, just not turning in enough. The battery is... I bet the battery is at least 35%. They're not going to make it to lap 18. I think only like 5 of them would make it to the end if we keep doing this amount of laps.
Yeah. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. As Aviator Froome and... did Vulture already have attack mode? I think they did. Aviator Froome also has attack mode now.
Libor is pushing too much. He needs to slow down, stop pushing.
Yeah. Because
they're leading the race.
It's not going to end very well.
Seconds. They got 6.3 seconds to the driver behind. Oh, that's a massive crash.
F1 doggos!
Oh, they got unstuck. Wow. They were stuck on the wall. That's interesting. Oh, blue flags. Someone's crashed on the exit for Libor. They're coming to the final corner. I think what Libor needs to do now, just slow down, kick back. So yeah, Libor's got about 32% and the driver behind's got 48%. Needs to slow down and just lift. They're lifting on the straight. What's going on?
They're going to need to just use as little energy as possible.
Yeah. I don't think they should lift on the straight. They should just lift through the corners. Look now.
Well, it depends. If they're losing so much energy, they have to be that drastic. Then they have to be that drastic.
True. That is very true.
Well, the current wear per lap for Libo is looking... Oh no, they're falling way down. It looks to be around 5.75% so far.
Oh no, okay, yeah, they've lost the race, to be honest. There's no way they're going to make it past lap 16. No, lap 18, sorry. I think other people, if they just keep doing what they're doing, they can make it to the end of the race. Is what they are, to be honest, now that I think about it. Dear. So FOX-ish, the cognizant car is now leading this race. Lanor in P2, and on their debut, a Mercedes could be in the podium positions.
That'd be a very good story indeed.
It's like Brawn GP all over again, eh? As Libor's coming back, actually. There we go. They've got 28%. Wow. Someone's just asked in chat, is he allowed to change the car during the race?
No, you are not. You start with 100% and you've got to make that 100% last all the way to the end.
That is just most... Okay, alright, I'm not going to bother.
Person with the highest amount of energy is Gene's teammate, Faint, in P14. With 51% energy remaining, with less than half the race to go. That's good energy management from the Brandstar.
Both the brand stars, in fact, they're both doing fantastic for brand energy. They're doing really good, actually. I feel like everyone's doing fine now, except for Libel. They're not gonna make it to the end. They're gonna make it to lap 17, I think. I think Lano might struggle as well, but I don't know. I don't know. Gene's in the lead. Wait, Gene's leading.
What? What's happened to the Brad Star?
Hold on, I was just looking away for a second, I was calculating what the battery would be like, and he's just come along and done it. Gene's leading the race.
Very well done, Gene. Very well done.
That is fantastic. Well, no, okay, now people are coming back, but wow, they've just pulled it back from there. They were P10 at one point, like 20 seconds behind, and now they're back up there. Wow. That is interesting. I wonder if other people are going to go for attack mode then. No.
Okay, so I've just made a little cheeky spreadsheet pretty quickly. So I'm going to bring up the battery percentages. And, well, I click the battery button and nothing's happening. There we go. The battery's up.
So there is the battery. I can see it.
Okay, so let's have a look at FOX. Current leader, let's put in 36%. We're on lap 14 of 22. And at the moment, it's saying that they're 0.5% over target.
Ooh.
So FOX are playing it incredibly close. If we have a look at Lanor's, they're only 1% down. They're 2.14% over target. It's incredibly close for these guys.
Yeah, it's just wow. Very, very close. I'm intrigued to see if they'll make it to the end. I know Gene will make it to the end. Mind you, at the rate he's going at, actually, I don't know. They're pushing hard. This is more like the top 4 I thought I'd see, to be honest. Except for FOX-ish, I thought this is the top 4 I'd see. And the Mercedes coming in like no tomorrow.
Well, the poll is in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think has a chance at winning this race? Do you think it's FOX, our current leader, Lanor? Maybe James Rigby in the Vitesse car? Or is it somebody else? Make sure you let us know who you think are going to be winning today's race here in Auckland. We only have 7 laps left of the race to go. And as things stand, it's looking pretty good for the 97.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, to be honest, Seng just made a good point in chat. Last race, Jarl said nobody would finish. And to be honest, it does look like people will finish now. So people are saying someone else, but nobody's saying anything in chat. Thanks. People, please type in chat. If you do select that, please do type your opinion in chat, and we can have a look at it.
If we just look at the extreme end here, Drotti only has 17% remaining, and they're going to be 21.73% over target on energy. So, yeah, that's like 4 laps under.
Yeah. I feel like Gene has pretty much got this if he doesn't mess it up. Use the battery at the end and save it all. Mind you, aka Freezy, coming in hot. Battling with Gene. Going for that P4 position. If I was the Mercedes team owner, I'd be very happy with a top 5 result in the debut.
That'd be very good, especially for new management and a rebrand in the middle of the season.
And at the start of the race, Zachary did absolutely fantastic because they were sending it pretty much all at the start, and they were doing so well. I just don't think they're going to make it to the end because they only got 8%. 8%. Not exactly the best.
Yeah.
Oh, we are coming up to lap some cars now, actually, I think. F1
Let's
Dora getting involved, actually.
let's just put Zachary's number in. Oh, 26.5% over target. Not what you really want, but ooh.
Not really. You got about 6 laps left. Well, about 6 to 7 laps yet left. Huh. I wonder. A lot of people are saying FOX will win. And someone says, Libor, he is conserving energy now. Are they? They got 14%. I don't think they're going to make it, mate. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not going to make it. As much as they're conserving, I don't think they'll use that to the maximum. They won't be able to use it all. Whereas people like AKA Freezy and Gene are pretty much set.
FOX is still leading the race at this point, which is quite incredible to be honest. Lanor's up to second and is chasing them down. So Lanor could gain a win here from pole position. But if FOX holds it, then that might just be a second place for the fleet.
Yeah, could be interesting, wouldn't it? So where is Faint? Faint is pushing. They were P14, I think. I think they were...
They were quite low
P14,
down,
yeah.
and now they're P11, so they are going through the field.
Yeah, they are working their way up. I think Faint, they just need to use up their battery slightly, use what they got, and then go for it. They got Tabos behind them, but I don't think they need to go for it too much, though, obviously. Ooh, it's very close right now, to be honest. I wonder who's going to win this. It's all about who can conserve the battery the best and use it the most at the end. I don't think it's about saving battery anymore. I think it's about saving enough to use it at the end, actually. I'm wrong.
So it currently says that Faint is 12% under target, actually. So that means they're going to have 12%, if they carry on like this, going to have 12% extra energy to expend at the end of the race, which will be good if they want to charge through the field. 30 seconds to get to the lead, 28 seconds to get to the podium. But we have seen them go through the field in Marrakesh, so I wouldn't be surprised if this happens again with Brandstar. They've been very strong gaining positions in the past.
Yeah, and the thing is, James Rigby's doing pretty well with battery at the moment. I wonder if they'll use more of it at the end. We'll have to find out. But I think Gene's going to want to start pushing for the lead now. But I feel like everyone's starting to get back into more normal speed now. Just mainly using their stuff now, what they got. And I think that what they're going to do, they're just going to try and pull away now. And then save at the end. And just use up their gap at the end. It's better than... running away with it. It's better than saving it and then trying to run away with it and then won the last lap. It's not worth it. It'd be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Most of the stream has just been us saying we don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. And yeah, we don't, because it's so
just
close.
guessing.
This is why. Yeah, this is why Formula E is so good, because it's unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. It's like AK Freezy is doing pretty well at the moment, and they are going to try and get James Rigby. And I think it's all up to top 6 now. They're all separated by nearly 3.7 seconds. So yeah. It's
Keep an eye out,
interesting.
ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye out. 'Cause it can all change very quickly. We saw in I8 earlier. It can all change very quickly. We've seen it in Formula E before. It can all change very quickly. So keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned
Oh,
because
everyone
this.
spin!
I hear it, but I'm not sure who it is.
It's F1 Doggo. F1 Doggo spins.
Again. The E-Spirit's gone round twice this race.
Oh, that's another one. That's horrible. They were doing pretty well actually.
They're still
F1
in
drivers,
contention
even-
for points, though, so eSpirit will still be getting points from that driver. To Boz, interestingly,
That's
to Boz has managed to get their way up into P11, as well as Faint now up into P10. This is they're battling as well. This is a late race resurgence for the KR and for the Brandstar, two teams that we see battling near the front in Formula 1. They're now battling for points in Formula E, and at the end of the race, this could be for potentially some very good points.
Yeah, they can use up all their battery now. They can go for it. They can absolutely send it. The top 4 have average. Well, the top 2 have about 18%, and P3 and P4 have around about 27%. So they've got a lot to use, a lot to send. To be honest.
FOX and Lanor, it's currently saying that they're 5% over target. They're a lap over target. They're going to have to be very careful.
Oh. Yeah, that means Gene can pull away now. That means Gene can send it. Wow. And the McLarens, who were 1-2 at the start, are now P9 and P17. Just goes to show how quickly things can change. And Faint is now Gene, is now absolutely sending it and pulling away.
Yeah,
Wow.
let's have a look at Faint's battery percentage on 23. It's currently saying that they're on minus 10.8% over target, which means that they're 10.8% under target, which evaluates to roughly 2 laps extra energy that they have on board that car.
Yeah, they've got enough. Literally, Brandstar can absolutely send it. But Lanor is not going to have that. You can tell he's trying to push now, catch him up on the straight, and just absolutely sending it. They can only hope that the straight is where they gain time enough to, use the slipstream and get enough time to overtake. But I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. Wow, it's interesting.
There is a bit of a
to
gap
see what
there,
people
to
can
be
do.
honest, between Gina Lanor and FOX-ish. 1.5 seconds separating the top 3. You can see it, but it can switch around quite quickly if it needs to. I think I can see here, yeah, FOX-ish seems to be going very slowly. They're backing off. They want to conserve energy, because if the car's ahead, specifically... They've taken attack mode. What? 14%? And they've taken attack mode.
That's...
Let's put this into the good old spreadsheet here and see what's happening here. They're going to have higher usage a lap. Actually, it's saying that they're going to be a lap safe, 5% under target. So I was wrong. I'm very sorry, FOXish. You're looking good. You might actually make it to the end.
Interesting.
As Sam Blaney, aka Faint, that's their different account. They're now taking attack mode. P9 for the Brandstar. Very consistent along with Taboz, who set a personal best, Sector 1. They're really gaining positions here at the back of the midfield. As aka Freezy disconnects!
Okay,
That's one
Freezy.
of the Mercedes gone!
Oh.
That's going to give Taboz and Faint 3 positions, as well as everybody under P5. They're going to be getting extra positions. That means Wasup is going to be put straight back into the points there, unless anything happens, but it doesn't look like it. A minute gap between them and the car behind the E-Spirit of Branson 9 per. So that means it's currently a double points for Brandstar. It's a win for Brandstar and a podium for Fleet. But we do have 1 lap to go, or just over a lap to go, because we're already halfway through lap 21.
As he goes for attack mode, there he goes.
Yep, that's both Brandstars on attack mode now.
There we go. Gene's going to absolutely try and pull away now. Unless something happens to him, like a spin, Gene has won this race. And we can proudly say that they have gone from where on the grid? I think they started... let's have a look. They started in... Where are they?
Don't know. Tabors has attack
They
mode.
started
James
P3.
Rigby has attack mode. Half of the top 10 now are on attack mode.
Wow. We are coming up to that 2-hour stream mark. Here we go. This is a fantastic race so far, though. It's been a lot of conserving. It's all about strategy, this one. About who conserves the most and who can use the most at the end. And it seems that Gene has come out on top for that. They've done an absolute amazing job here. As they lap Branson for the first time. They've lapped up to P11 pretty much. The gap between Branson and Supe is around about 50 seconds. 52 seconds pretty much. Wow.
I'm going to go on board with Gene here for the
Interesting
last
race,
lap
Tom.
because they're just going faster and faster.
Yeah. Fastest lost sector. FOX is from P3. They've got around about 4%. Are they going to make it?
They need to save this
And
4%. Oh, they've done a sector already. So they've done 1/3 of the lap. They've used a quarter in a third. Oh, it's going to be so close.
James Rigsby's going to take P3. I think.
Are you sure? Are you sure? I don't know. 3% to do 2 sectors.
P3. They've used it. They've taken for P3.
Or is FOX still
And
ahead?
Lano's right up ahead.
Oh, it's so close.
So close. Oh, Lano's just up ahead. Can he catch up to Lano as well? That's the thing. He's overtaken FOX's. And FOX's spins! FOX's spins!
FOX is out of contention for the podium. That means James Rigby is going to have a real good chance of getting it. It's 10 seconds back to the next car. FOX just won't be able to do anything about it. Gene is doing a massive resurgence drive to now start coming across the starting grid. There's the checkered flag. And across the line, Gene goes to win here in Auckland. What's Lano going to be able to do?
Lano's going to win. Lano's going to get second.
1% energy.
P2 for Lano.
Barely though. 3/10 between Lano and James Rigby and a 6% difference in energy. Madness.
Wow.
We're going to see what happens here with the F1 doggo.
Fantastic.
You can see Tabos there in the back. Tabos just didn't have enough time to catch up to the F1 doggo. Give it one more lap and he would have done because they're slowing down. Tabos gets P6. Faint gets P7. Epic Dusk now coming down the main straight in the fleet to finish off P8. 9th position will eventually go to ASDH1, hopefully. They've got still half of their final lap to go.
No, they might run out of battery.
They run out of... 2%. I think they can make 2% work.
Oh, they'll just have to completely lift on the straights. They're
Oh,
fine.
1% to go. 1% to go. Come on. Come on, SDH1. Crawl to the finish line. 2 corners to go. 1 corner to go.
Make it. Lovely.
There is the line, and there is the car.
They make
and
it.
they finish
well
P9.
It's
the
not
final
about
point is going to Wasup in the McLaren. Started high up, didn't finish high up, finished down in P10. Not as bad as their teammate, however. So that's the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be heading over to the podium very shortly. Very hectic race.
Fantastic. Wow. Wow. That was what I would call an interesting last few laps. Just like BMW i8.
Mm-hmm. Just like i8. So the junior series, staying accurate to the senior series.
Indeed. Fantastic. Fantastic work from all the drivers there. I think
you can see James Rigby lining up in Park Fermi.
Even Libor went across the line and finished. Even Libor went... Wow.
Is Gene the winner for Brandstar?
Fantastic. fantastic work from them. To be honest, it was what they would call a clutch. It was pretty much went from really far down, trying to conserve throughout the start, and the strategy just pays off. It's an overpowered strategy. You do not push, and you could win.
Yeah. The other teams really need to be learning from Brandstar here, because their strategies in Formula E so far this season have been absolutely on point. You can see just there off to the left of your picture, Lanor lining up in second for Fleet, which will round off the drivers arriving in Parc Ferme, and they'll be heading up to the podium any second now.
Yeah. Wow, fantastic race for everyone today. I'm surprised there weren't more. I'm surprised no one actually, ran out of battery.
Yeah. I thought we were going to have people just like dropping down the order.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. That is fantastic to see. You never know with Formula E, eh? You
never
think
know.
people will lose, but they could win. We were literally saying Gene wouldn't be able to win this because he was so far down that Brandstar weren't doing very well, and yet they've got P1 and P4. No, he didn't get P4, did he? No, they got P7. Yeah, they just went across. They did another lap. Confused me for a second. I was like, hold on, that's not allowed.
You can see some people lining up at the podium door. They'll be coming out shortly for the podium celebrations here in New Zealand. Here's the music. Lining up in P3, it's James Rigby with Vitesse Racing. In P2, it's Lanor, the pole sitter, with Fleet. And in P1, the winner, the Brandstar, Gene.
Wow. A fantastic race from Gene. It was purely strategy, that race. It wasn't all about all-out pace. It wasn't all push to the end. It was all conserved, and you'll win. I think that's going to put something in people's heads and show that you don't need to push. You just need to be able to be fast near the end.
Yeah, you just need to be consistent throughout the race, really. That's what Formula E is all about, consistency, and Brandstar so far this season have been the most consistent team. They're doing really, really well. It's really good to see that team doing well, at least one crack category.
And with the Formula E, and there was a new rumour actually that Dwayne Jacob could be leaving Formula E, it could mean that eSpirit would no longer be able to keep their Constructors' Championship lead,
It would be very interesting indeed. Let's just thank all of the members who support Ion Racing financially. Of course, if you want to, you can. Don't have to. Just sharing all of this stuff, or just watching videos on repeat so we get infinite under revenue. That's also brilliant. So thank you to the engineer, reserve driver, and world champion ranks, everyone who supports in their own way. And without further ado, that's going to end our coverage of today's event. We've been doing it for a very, very long time. We'll see you next time, everybody. See ya.
Thank you for watching.